Hey, what's going on, guys? Team Fusion here, back with another video. And in today's video, I have my Ursarctic deck. Now, ever since this deck was announced, I've been really interested in it because of its unique playstyle. So, Ursarctics are a synchro deck. And instead of, your two monsters, your tuner and your non-tuner, needing to equal the level of your synchro monster, this deck works the opposite. So, say you have a level 8 tuner and a level 7 monster. You could use those two monsters to synchro summon a level 1 synchro monster. And that's just so interesting to me. So, let's get into it. I run 3 copies of Ursarctic Polar. Now, all of the Ursarctics have the effect of, you can special summon it by tributing a level 7 or higher monster from your hand, but they all also have a unique special summon effect. So, from this point forward, I won't be, saying the whole tribute effect. So this monster's unique special summoning effect is once it's special summoned, you can search your deck for any Ursarctic monster, which, can help you keep special summoning them out so you can keep synchro summoning. Next up, I run 3 copies of Ursarctic Megapolar. Now, this monster's unique search effect, you can target one of your opponent's back row and destroy it. Simple as that. I run 3 Ursarctic Mictonus. His unique special summon effect, you can target an Ursarctic from your graveyard and put it back in your hand. So what you can do is discard one of the Mega Ursarctics, Spec Mictonus, then put that Mega Ursarctic you just discarded back into your hand so you can use that, which can be very useful. I run 3 copies of Ursarctic Megatonus. His unique special summon effect is you can target a monster your opponent controls and change it to face down defense position, which in some situations can be useful. Next up, 3 copies of Ursarctic Micbilus. His unique special summon effect, you can special summon an Ursarctic straight from your hand, which can be very useful. You don't burn up as many resources. Alright, I run 3 copies of Ursarctic Megabilus. His unique effect, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard, which, that has some uses. Wrapping up the monsters, I run 2 Gamasael, the Sea Turtle Kaiju. Now, as this is a Kaiju, you can tribute opponent's monsters to summon it to their side of the field, which, can help get rid of your opponent's big monsters. But also, it fits the level requirement for the Ursarctic monsters. So you can, if you really need to, discard Gamasael to summon your Ursarctics. Alright, getting into the spells and traps. I run 3 Ursarctic Slider. Now what Ursarctic Slider does, it allows you to bring back a banished Ursarctic or one that is in your graveyard, but it's destroyed at the end of the turn, which really doesn't matter if you're planning on using it to synchro summon anyway. Still a good card. I run 3 Ursarctic Departure. Probably one of the best spells in this deck. You can discard a card and then add 2 Ursarctics from your deck straight to your hand, which, that's 2 Ursarctics just in your hand, ready to be used. I run 3 Ayers Rock Sunrise. What this does, it allows you to bring back a beast monster from your graveyard, and then your opponent's monsters lose like 200 attack points for each beast warrior you have. Now, unfortunately, the Mega Ursarctics are Beast Warrior, so Ayers Rock won't, be able to bring those back from the graveyard, only the Mick ones. Now, as we have an abundance of level 8 monsters, I run 3 copies of Trade-In, which allows you to discard a level 8 monster and then draw 2 cards. So all of the Mega Ursarctics, plus Gamasael if you really, really need it. Don't recommend it, but still. I do run 2 Ursarctic Big Dipper, but unfortunately I don't have 2 copies, and so I'm forced to run Proxy. But what Big Dipper does is once per turn, if you would, summon an Ursarctic through its normal means, you can banish one level 7 or higher from your graveyard instead. And each time a monster is special summoned, you can place a counter on it. And then once per turn, if a monster is special summoned and you control an Ursarctic synchro monster, you can remove at least 7 counters, then target one monster your opponent controls and take control of it. which can be good. I run 2 Moray of Greed. Really simple, yet can be really good. You shuffle 2 water monsters back into your deck, and then you draw 3 cards, just to, help. The last spell card, I run Monster Reborn for obvious reasons. I don't think I need to explain this one. Now, to the traps, I don't run a lot of them, but I do have 2 copies of Ursarctic Quint Charge. Now, once per turn, you can pay 700 life points and activate one of the effects. Add an Ursarctic from your graveyard to your hand, or tribute 2 Ursarctics, and special summon from your extra deck an Ursarctic monster with a difference in level. So basically, it allows you to quick play Synchro Summon, which, that's pretty good. Now, the last card in the main deck, 1 Heavy Storm Duster, just to help clear out some back row. Now, let's get into the interesting part of this deck, the extra deck. I run 3 copies of Ursarctic Polari. Again, missing 2, so I only have 1 actual copy. Now, right here, must be summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 monsters you control with a level difference of 1. So you send one of the Mick and Mega monsters to the graveyard and summon Polari. And when Polari is summoned, you can activate Big Dipper straight from your deck. So there's no real need to run Terraforming or anything, because once you Synchro Summon Polari, you activate it, which is, really good. And then you can tribute a level 7 or higher monster, and then add it to your hand. Or special summon one Ursarctic monster from your graveyard. Which, that's why we run 3 of it. It's one of the more important cards in this deck. I run 2 Ursarctic Grand Chariot. Another one of the unique Synchro monsters. So you need Polari and one of the Mega Ursarctic cards. Sorry, my cards don't want to cooperate. So what he does is once he's special summoned, you can target 2 other cards on the field and destroy them. Really simple, but, can be really good. And while a card is activated that targets an Ursarctic, you contribute 1 monster from your hand or field to negate the activation, which, negation's always good. Now, last but definitely not least, 1 copy of Ursarctic Septentrion, which I definitely recommend running more. I just only have 1. So what he does, of course, he's the same way. So Polari and a Mega Ursarctic, summon him. Probably one of your best monster in this deck. And what he does is he negates the effects of monsters without a level. So basically, Link monsters, Xyz monsters all get their effects negated, which can be really, really good. And if your opponent controls, or if your opponent special summons a monster, you can search an Ursarctic, which, more search power, always good. Alright, if you have liked this profile, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you do throw a comment, make sure, I'll try to respond to you. And if you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload. Alright, bye.